Hello? Can anybody hear me? Is everybody here? What's going on, guys? Technical difficulties and a half. Technical difficulties and a half. So I don't know how long this is going to last for before everything crashes, but welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. Appreciate you. Listen, let's talk. Let's talk. We have quite a bit to discuss here. We see a lot of disappointment, guys. I see a lot of disappointment in here. See a lot of people upset. I'm so lonely. Damn, Milan, that sucks, dude. Get out of Brampton. That might be your first problem right there. Okay, so what did everybody think about the live stream? Did you guys think it was shit? Did you guys think it was okay? What was the mentality here with you guys? Because I'm torn, guys. I'm torn about it. And I want to express myself a little bit with you guys and kind of go through the cycles with you, and kind of give you my thoughts about how I feel. But I feel like I need to kind of get everybody else first. Big letdown? Okay, so 5 out of 10 was reasonable. Okay, underwhelming. Okay. All right. So they didn't mention a lot of stuff. The only thing we got was expert mode and no shadow announcement. All right, so here's my dilemma, right? Here's my dilemma. I like the notes that future development discussion. Yeah, Jay, so I think that was my biggest letdown, is the fact that they didn't really talk much about what the actual future was, right? And I think the fact that they've now gone thank Vishnu, appreciate it, Big L. Okay. So I'm going to break it down to two different things. I think we have a very big dilemma in this game right now. I think there's a problem where people are expecting something from the game, clearly, right? Obviously, there's an expectation here of providing content. Now, I will say this. What's going on, Rui? Shadows. How am I going to say this without sounding like I'm trying to defend Netmarble, which I'm not really trying to do that. I really am not trying to do that. I think the biggest issue is they're really catering to a lot of players, except for their biggest spenders. So, for example, like people are saying, oh, there's no shadow, there's no amplification, so there's no content. But quite honestly, a shadow and amplification really isn't content. That's just clicking a button, getting more power, right? At the end of the day, that's what that really is. They did introduce story mode, which they said they would do, thank God. I don't know if they're introducing... if they're planning to introduce or not the POD changes. I don't know if that's happening as well. The level increase they messed up on, that needed to be done for sure. So now a lot of people who are going to do expert mode are going to notice that they're going to be doing expert mode, and then they're going to realize, oh, wait a second, I could have saved all that experience points for when that, when the level increase came up. POD they mentioned, but they didn't talk about releasing it. And my issue about this right now is like, yeah, they released content like POS 10, for example, and Very Hard Story Mode was released. I just don't understand. I guess my dilemma really is like, if they release Shadow, is that really going to change anything? You know what I mean? I don't think that's going to change anything. I feel like it's not going to change anything at all, right? I feel like we're still... let me go over here so you guys can see my little wall of shame. I don't think it's going to change anything at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Having a shadow and having amplification doesn't really give us content. So I'm at the stage where I'm very torn about how things are going in the game. Not necessarily from Netmarble's perspective, but more of the community's perspective. Right? You think they bumped level increase to make... I do think so, Jay. So yeah, absolutely. I do think so. I think the reason why they delayed the shadow as well is because it's too much power, right? If you imagine how much a shadow can give power-wise, that's more army, a good 10 levels of army, and then a weapon on top of that, and then skills on top of that, right? If you really look at how much the shadow gives you, that would give you probably another 120 to 100k worth of power. I don't know yet, guys. I would say hold off till next week until we go through the Sharp live stream and see what they say. We sometimes get more news on the Sharp live stream. I just don't know right now because I feel like people are just upset at the game, and I think they would complain about anything. Now, no, we can't. We can't talk to the devs. We can't talk to the devs, right? No, the new job change came recently, wasn't it? It wasn't like 2 patches ago. They did level increases 2 patches ago. Yeah, I wouldn't wait. I wouldn't do it yet. I did use the 4 codes. Yeah, they're right here. They're right here. 1, 2. What was it 3 codes? Oh no, sorry, I only used 3. Let me use the 4th one. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm torn about this. Really, I really am. For once, I'm actually torn about it because normally we're all on the same page, right, as a community. But right now, I feel like there's a very big, and I said this in my stream. I said that a lot of people are expecting. I think a lot of people are expecting SLA to become something it's not, right? Like, I think the expectation has kind of gotten overboard. Where like I think people want some new game mode that's gonna make this game feel fresh. You know what I mean? It's me, Sung. You might be okay. Yeah, you might be okay. Well, I mean, so okay, again, coming back to this delay stuff. Yeah, I agree. The delays are shit. I agree. But again, really, what did they delay? Delayed the Shadow, right? Shadows were delayed. They really didn't say if POD was coming out. I think level was delayed. But content-wise, they did release hard mode, right? And they mentioned that amplification, I think, wasn't ready. They were having problems with it. So, hey guys, what's going on? So again, like, for people who say there's no content, right? So let's break it down a little bit because this is what I'm trying to get. This is what I'm trying to get at. We have they're introducing POS 10, right? We got POS 10, which is coming out, and then we have Extreme Story Mode, right? Now, Extreme Story Mode goes up to 2.5 million, I believe, is what they said, right? 2.5, and then I think POS 10 goes to 2.5. Now, on the average, 99% of the players don't have 2.5 million TP. Hell, on my free-to-play account, I don't have 2.5 million TP, right? So I think that's going to keep a lot of people busy. And I think this is what I'm trying to get at, right? This is what I'm trying to get at. Good morning, Timbo. I'm trying to get at this. I think they've created content for free-to-play players to Dolphins, but they're yet again neglecting whales. Hey, Crash, what's going on, brother? Right? And I think that's the thing. Like, at the end of the day, it's I don't know if they're afraid to upset their community or what the deal is because some of the backlash they had in the past, but they're not making things hard enough for whales. So like a lot of people aren't going to be able to finish story mode, extreme mode for a while because it's 2.5. I think this is what we've all been asking for, right? Is a little bit more harder content. Well, I mean, we got TP content now that's a little bit higher, right? So that's my point, right? This is why I'm saying to you. So it's like, I don't know what would please the community at this point, right? Because even if they released a Shadow and they released amplification and they released hard mode or extreme story mode, I don't think people would be happy. I feel like at this point there wouldn't be any happiness. You know what I mean? I feel like people are just upset at this point just to be upset. I didn't think it was that bad, but I also understand where some of the playing pairs or the players who are paying are having problems with this. Now, like I said, I'm not trying to defend that marble here. This is not a I'm just trying to think out loud here with you guys, right? It was an underwhelming live stream. Now, here's a question for you guys. Let's just do a little, let me play devil's advocate for a second. If they had replaced the 2 Korean idols and they did the exact same content, but they put Liu in there instead, would that make you happy? But Aguero, that's how gachas work, bro, right? They've already included everything. Right, the game has everything it's gonna have, except they introduced co-op mode. They showed it that it's real co-op, right? So yes, there you go. So let's be real, guys. You're not upset about the content. You're upset that you didn't get the characters you wanted. So this is my point, right? I'm trying to get this across to the community. Y'all ain't really mad about the content. People just want a character they care about. I think people are more mad about the collab than they are the content itself. Yeah, that I agree, Jay. So that part I agree. I think they're causing a problem by giving us too much information that they don't plan to talk about. Your opinions matter more than anything, right? I think at the end of the day, I'm not even trying to make people change their minds. I see a lot of people saying dead game. I see a lot of people saying, oh, they're happy. It's a pretty mixed bag right now. I just don't know what would make them. I don't know what would make people happy at this point. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, what exactly what do they need to do to make people be like, oh, this is great, right? Because I feel like if they even added POD, they put in a proper co-op mode, they put in the story, which all things they showed. I think people are just mostly upset that they're not getting the characters they want. I think a lot of people are just redirecting content right now to why the hell are we getting two collab characters that nobody cares about for content that we don't really care about, right? So yeah, if they make that unit better than Chaw, I'll be pissed, obviously, right? Because that's an anniversary unit. That's a unit that should be around for a very long time. Yeah, I agree, Jay. So I think the reason I remember you saying this. I think the reason why the collab character was introduced as light. Again, this is by all means, this is an assumption, right? Is I think that character will have an impact on the upcoming WOBL, which is probably going to be light and dark. How to advance a weapon? You just got to get a duplicate of it. Yeah, so that's what I said to a lot of people, right? For those who are upset about like quote unquote lack of content, um, this game, if you're already high enough in power and you want to take a break and come back when there's enough content for you to sink your teeth into, I think that's fine, right? But I don't know, man. What do you say about it, Zaki? They said themselves they're having problems with it, so I'm fine. I don't care about the amplification system. Do you skip Leonard? That's up to you guys. It's up to you. Okay, so yeah, this is always the conversation I have with you guys, right? Every single time. It's and I hate to say this every single time because it's just reality. Do I think the live stream was good? No, I don't think it was good. I think it was very mediocre. But do I think the update's bad? I don't think it's bad. So okay. Let's come back to this again, guys. Like every game, if you reached end game, you're gonna just farm. You're gonna want to log in. Like I don't know what people want. Like what endless content are people gonna want to make this game feel better? You know what I mean? No, I think at this point the poll's even useless because I think everyone's already expressed themselves and how they feel. Here, I'll put one up anyways, and you guys can show me. I'm pretty sure I know where the poll's going. Were you happy with the live stream? Yeah, I'm pretty sure most of you guys are going to say no. I think this is going to be pretty unanimous for the most part. Um, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so like I said, yeah, so XSLA amplification has been delayed for 3 months. Yeah, and they said they're having problems with it. And you know what? Again, if they're having problems with amplification, maybe it's a system that they think is maybe wasn't the right call on their end, and maybe they need to go back to the drawing board about the whole thing. You know, who knows? I have no idea. I have no idea. So yeah, the real problem I agree is the communication. I agree with Kez on that one. I think the problem is they've promised too much and they can't deliver their promises, and I think that irks a lot of people. And again, rightfully so, right? Jinnah delayed. Well, not necessarily. I think Jinnah is going to still be July. XSLA. I think she's just coming out at the end of July, and that's a little loophole. I hate that shit because they technically can release her July 31st and still say, hey, it was July. Right, so they can still do that, and that's what they're planning to do. I think Jinnah's coming out with the introduction of the architect. Again, shitty move, yes, but so here's the problem, right? Here's the problem. again, they're really focusing. Sorry, let me readjust myself. Whoa, there we go. I think they're really focusing a lot on new players and free-to-play players and dolphins. And I think a lot of you guys who are larger whales or people who have a lot of power and just want to be able to continuously get more power and use that power somewhere, I think you guys are the ones that are probably sinking a little bit. Yeah, Jay, so I agree. Um, and I think yeah, and they're behind, and I think one of the major issues they're having as well too is they just can't seem to be honest at the fact that they just don't have the same team anymore, right? Well, I mean, we got Leonard, right? And Leonard's incredible. Leonard's an incredible unit. So if you don't want to go for girls, you can always go for Leonard, right? And friend request systems, yeah, I don't know if they'll add that. I honestly don't hear. I don't really see. Is there a reason to be a whale? No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. I mean, that's a choice in every game. Being a whale is a choice nowadays, right? If you see most games that come out nowadays, I swear to you, most games come out as pretty free to play friendly. If you guys just put the effort and time into it, whales don't whale because they have to. Whales whale because they want to, right? Being a whale is a choice. Being a spender is a choice. That's something because you either enjoy having a max account and it gives you satisfaction to be able to do everything at full capacity, and that's fine, right? But I don't think any whale here feels forced to be a whale, right? So and the fact that they're giving us an A2 collab unit, at least you guys get a chance, right? You get a chance. There are going to be big things coming for sure. I think once, and I keep saying this, I think once XSLA is done and it releases, I think we'll see that. There, I haven't heard about bans. I haven't heard about bans for a long time. Bans have not been a conversation that I've heard about very long for a long time. Is there a new WLBL? It's coming out in August. Hey, 11 months, Andy. Andy, did you get your stuff by the way? So yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm okay with it. I'm not. Oh, I'm glad you got it. Okay, perfect, perfect. Glad you got it, man. Again, I've so for those people saying they have crashing problems, again, not trying to be devil's advocate. I've never had a crashing problem on my PC or on my mobile phone. So I don't know. Where's book two? When I'm retired, dude. When I'm retired. So yeah, I don't know. Again, I'm okay with this. I use a Google Pixel 8 Pro. I've never had a problem with my phone. Google Pixel 8 Pro never had a problem. No lag, no crashes, no issues, nothing. So again, I just don't know so what would make you guys happy? Let's go with that. I want to know what would make you guys happy. No, mine's fine. I use it on a controller though, right? 10 months. There you go, bro. 10 months. Attaboy, Tandro. No new WOBL. It's coming in August, dude. Okay, but you are getting new content. You are getting new content. You're getting a whole extreme mode. That's new content. So what exactly? Okay, keeping their words. Yeah, that part's fine. But I'm talking about people who wanted content. That is new content, though. You are getting story mode like they promised. Because I just want to know what the expectation here is, guys. Hasn't thank you for the donation, bro. Yeah, but again, amplification is not new content. That's just one button. You get more power. New game modes. Okay, so there you guys go. So that's what I wanted to hear. People want new game modes. I think the issue is you guys have to understand this is forever solo leveling Arise, right? This is forever solo leveling Arise. There is going to be no new game modes for a very long time. They've now fleshed out pretty much everything they want to flesh out. Right here, what you guys see here, guys, outside of maybe this and this, I don't know idea what this is, these two things, this is it. This is Netmarble. This is solo leveling Arise. If you're bored of this, it's because you're bored of the game. Right? So there's 2 new game modes clearly coming up here, but that's going to take some time. But at the end of the day, guys, this is solo leveling. This is solo leveling in a nutshell. I said, you know what the funny thing is? I say this for every gacha game I cover. It's crazy. It's like every gacha game I cover, this is the same chat I have with the community every single game. Final Fantasy Ever Crisis, when I covered it before I covered solo leveling. One Punch Man before I covered solo leveling. You know what happens? I tell them, when you play a gacha, you are in for a grind of the same content. Never expect a gacha to change. It's always going to be what it is. SFD. Thank you, Luke. Yeah. Every game I've ever covered, this has been a conversation I've had with every community. When you play a gacha, you have to understand. It's like I said, it's like playing a AAA game. When you finish a AAA game, unless it's a shooter or something that has multiplayer, for the most part, you'll just be like, all right, I'm bored of this game. I'm going to move on and do something else. Right? So, yeah, speaking of OPM, yeah, I know that comes out tomorrow. I'm super excited for that. When is that update happening? I think did the update already happen? Right? See, like Flawless told me he's not. It's not even an update to him. Like for me, I'm good. I honestly I'm okay with what they're bringing out. I get very hard mode. I get to do some story mode. I get to get more resources. They gave good codes. What I don't like is the constant miscommunication. I think that's where my dilemma stems from, guys. I think that's where my problem is. Yeah, but Shadow, that's not part of their release plan though, right? You guys have to understand. Okay, so I think people misunderstand how devs work and how a game concept works. You don't just out of the blue come up with a new concept for games. For the most part, before a game gets released, how a project usually works is when you're in the stages of developing a product, you go through different steps of producing a project plan for that product, and usually in that project plan, you'll have the full fleshed out game ready, right? And I think that's the problem people don't understand. Like this was already planned from day one. This was what solo leveling was going to be about. Right? And I think people misunderstand how this works. You can't just come up with a new concept of a game thing if it's not part of your project plan. Right? It's not that easy to just come up with new concepts for games on a game that already has fleshed out and matured this much. Right? At that point, it's just a brand new game. And I think this is the problem. A lot of people don't understand that. Like, do people expect their AAA games to come up with brand new modes for them to play after they're done? Probably not, right? So this is what I'm saying. Like, if you guys are bored of the game, I don't think it's gonna your mind's gonna change. I think you're just bored of the game, and I think people have to accept that that's possible, right? So yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm very torn about this. Yeah, Overdrive is not gonna do. Overdrive is for a different audience, guys. It's not for us, right? And it's a gotcha. Like I don't know how else to compare it to you guys, but gotchas are meant to be this way. They're meant to be a grind. They're meant to feel like a daily work. Like I think somebody said this earlier. I think we got spoiled way too fast with so much content that this was the going expectation for this game. I think we got so much so fast that everybody was like, "Oh, this is going to be SLA forever. We're going to continue to keep getting content." I'm like, I'm telling you, that's not the case. I told people for a long time, I'm like, you have to temper your expectations of a gotcha, right? Like if you expect that kind of content every single patch to come out, where like something's brand new and fresh, you're playing the wrong kind of game. As a matter of fact, that never happens in gotchas. That's an unheard of thing to happen in a gotcha world. No, you're right, 100%, Jason, for sure, absolutely. And I think they're bringing those changes, right? I think the changes are coming. I think the changes for like co-op is coming, and I think Alpha said PvP something they're considering. But there's also a limit, right, to a game, especially mobile games, because this is like at the end of the day, like the mobile game systems are meant to be like very, very like low key chill. They're not meant to have like nonstop. How many keys do I have? I used the 2 free keys that we got from the new event. You know, the coins that we get? I just bought 2 tickets, and I got the other ticket this Monday from the, from what's the name? The Guild exchange. Thank you, Rui. You're max level? Congratulations, bro. Much love, brother. Yeah, so, I don't know, guys. Yeah, this is... I'm also not happy with everything, but I'm also not, like, over the top upset about it either. New codes are linked to the last video, bro. Check out the last video. It's all in the description for you guys. Oh, hold on, guys. Wife's calling. Give me a second. Sorry, guys. I'm back. How to put that S on my chest and go kill a bug for my wife. I feel like Superman every time I do that. Um, there we go. Sorry, guys. Returning. So yeah, I don't know. I think I think major issue is the communication. I think the major issue is the communication. I think don't promise what you can't deliver. I think that's a big one. I think the devs have really been fucking up on that part, and that's something I totally agree with you guys on. 100% Jay still, and that's exactly my point. That's exactly my point. I think Jay hit it right on the head. I think this is very in line to normal gachas, and I think we've been spoiled for quite some time. That's pretty much it, right? So, no, I don't think she's a replacement. They said that she's supposed to be a if people didn't get Chaw, for example, she's supposed to be not a replacement but an alternative option. And I don't know anything about her, right? So we'll see when that comes out. Leaving for no, I have to go kill a bug for my wife. My wife is terrified of bugs. Daddy's got to take care of his girl, you know. Make sure she's safe. It was just a bug. My kids were playing outside this morning, so a bug got in and she freaked out. Yeah, when you're terrified of bugs, it's not a good look when your kids are opening the doors outside. So yeah, anyways, guys, let's just see what happens. You know what? They also might have more content coming on the Sharp live stream that we didn't hear about. So that might be something else to look forward to. So let's just hold off. This live stream I feel like was rushed. I really do. I feel like these guys were rushing it. It didn't seem as exciting as it usually is, and I think that was very obvious. But I'm willing to hold off a little bit and see what happens, and hopefully we get some better content after the following month. But I think content-wise, like again, they promised what they said they're gonna do. We're getting very hard mode. It is stronger than I expected. I'm not gonna lie. I actually expected extreme mode to be a lot less powerful. So having 2.5 million is actually pretty decent in my opinion. But we'll see. You'll have stuff to do. You're gonna have extreme mode to do now, right? You'll have POS. You'll have POS 10 to do now for Yogg. Like you'll have stuff to do, guys. Again, I feel like a lot of you guys are just saying this stuff because you want a different game. I really do. I feel like a lot of you guys want a different game. You just might not be saying it to yourself, but I think you might be bored of the game. Real talk. Shit, I didn't even pay attention there. Because I thought personally this was in line to what they were saying they're going to deliver. So I think with a few exceptions, obviously, to that. But I'm about to die, guys. The fuck is going on here? Oh, I'm dead. Yep, I got hit by that orb. Again, Isu, I don't know. I don't know. The only thing they're not really bringing out is amplification and what, a shadow? I think POD. I don't know if they're bringing up POD, which was odd because they only like skimmed through that real quick. There wasn't really much of a conversation on that. So we're getting POS this update. We're getting the story mode this update, and we might get POD. I have no idea. Jinnah is probably Architect and Jinnah are still in July technically. It's a shitty technically, but it's still happening. It looks like it's coming out end of July, which I guess they could have just said that. I think that's another issue. Again, it comes down to communication, right? They could have just said end of July rather than just July. They're not. Yo, listen. Roadmaps are guidelines, right? Roadmaps change all the time. You guys have to understand. Roadmaps are never going to be followed 100% to a T. It's a roadmap. It's not a like a law. It's not a Bible. You know what I mean? It's a roadmap is just to kind of give us an idea of what the expectation of new content is to come within what time. Never expect to follow a roadmap to a T. It's just not possible, right? A lot of people have to understand that. It sucks, but it's just the truth, right? Oh fuck! I got hit again. Again, guys, what I say doesn't really matter. If you're all mad, you're all mad. Like I'm not. Again, I'm not defending that marble. I think they're doing. They didn't do a good enough job for this update, but I think they did enough for. Please give me something proper here. Hold on, guys. Sorry, let me finish this. They at least did enough, in my opinion, to keep me happy enough to be like, oh, okay, cool. I get to do Extreme Story. I get to do POS 10. Another challenge for me, at least on my account, right? On at least a free to play account. Pay to win account, I don't expect any challenge ever. I really don't. At this point, I've paid too much money to expect a challenge. That's my own doing. That's what I wanted to do. I did that account for testing purposes, right? So, like, I don't expect to ever have a challenge on my pay to win account, but that's my own doing. Yeah, but Jinnah's not coming out this patch, bro. This is a collab patch. I think they've made that clear. This is a collab patch. Like, this is what they're not going to put. Okay, so if they bring out a collab and then they bring out Jinnah, who do you think people are going to summon for? Honestly, let's be real. Who do you think people are going to summon for? Do you think anybody was summoned for the collab units? It's a marketing thing, right? Ain't nobody going to summon for a collab unit if Jinnah's there. Everyone would skip the collab units. This is a marketing situation. I think that's what we're getting in July. End of July though. The July 31st. All that stuff is July 31st. They even mentioned in the live stream. They showed July 31st. But you shouldn't have a collab only patch when the updates. But they're not having a collab only patch, right? They're having extreme story mode. They're having POS 10 for Yogg. They're having new events for ways to get currencies. They're having again. I honestly think at the end of the day, you guys are just bored of the game. I think you guys are just bored of the game. Really, I think quite honestly, a lot of you guys maybe just don't want to admit this, but you're just bored of the game, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with being bored of the game. Yeah, and there's gonna be. I think there's gonna be a second. I think there's gonna be a second one as well too. Yeah, you're just bored of the game, and that's okay, guys. You don't blame the. Here's the thing: like you guys have to understand. If you're bored of the game, just take a break. Take a break. You know what I mean? Yeah, Mouse honeymoon phase is over, 100%. They've brought everything out that they're gonna bring out this game. This is the game. They're gonna have a co-op mode. They're gonna have maybe one or two more modes. They'll change up existing modes. But I think if you're bored of the game, you're bored of the game. How is it everyone is bored of the game? I don't think everyone's bored of the game. I think this is becoming a domino effect. You have to remember, people who complain, we as a community on YouTube and Discord are maximum 10% of the community. Maximum 10% of the community. Right? We are the most passionate levels of the community members. Hence why we interact like this. This is why we get involved in YouTube. This is why we talk to content creators. This is why we express ourselves. We are the 10% of the community, and we're outspoken. Most people don't give a fuck. Real talk. Most people who play this game don't even know how to fucking equip artifacts properly. Yeah, that's fine. Alex has been fucking disgruntled for a while. You guys have to understand, you're not the majority. You guys, we are not the majority. We are the fucking minority. We are the elite group of people who love this game to a point, to a fault. And you guys have high expectations. Every game does this. Temper your expectations. Temper your expectations. I think a lot of people, I see people keep mentioning application. Thank you, Mouse. That's exactly what I said, bro. Mouse said exactly what I said. Amplification Shadow is not giving you content. It's one button press to watch your power skyrocket. That's not going to change anything. That's not going to give you the satisfaction you want. So then what are you going to do with all that power? Do the exact same modes that's alive. I've been saying this to you guys for a while. I don't think you guys are, I don't think it's the game. I think you guys are just bored. I think y'all just bored, man. And that's okay. Take a break. Take a break, guys. Ain't nobody forcing you guys to keep playing. I promise you, if you have a lot of power and you need to take a break from this game, you come back a month later and you're like, shit, I can still beat content, but now I have so much more content to do, you'll be a lot happier. Again, they did nothing wrong. Could we not bored of the game? Okay, so Bojack, let me ask you a question, bro. You know this as well as I do. Come on, you've been a gacha player for a long time. You've been an SLA player from day one. What game do you know that you're a day one player? WUWA, HSR, Genshin Impact, you name it. If you're a day one player, when you get to end game content, no matter how much content they release, you finish that content in 1 week, you're back to farming. What gacha do we know in our lifetime that releases content to the point where you can still play for 3-4 months and be like, oh, I'm doing this? You guys know this, man. You guys know this. This shouldn't be a surprise. If you want to feel the full experience of this game, start a new account. When was the last? WOBLs are considered their bangers, though. That's their bangers. WOBL is considered their bangers. Again, I think you're bored of the game. If you can't look at so okay, Yogamon came out, brand new mechanics, brand new bosses, brand new characters, brand new remnants, etc. If you don't think this is new content, you're bored of the game. Right? Yeah, the only reason why it does that, Lemon, though, is because it's open world. It's the only reason why. So like, I think people need to understand that. I think there seems to be a very misunderstanding point here. If this is, to me, is new content, right? What, Kez, you want to call me? Hold on. Okay, so here's another example. Let me ask you guys another example. Let me show you guys another example before I talk to Kez. For those players who now are playing COA, right? Crystal Vatlan, right? What are we doing now after a week, 2 weeks, after 2 weeks of the game being out? What are we doing now? Someone answer this question for me. All that we're doing now, what are we doing? We're farming. the exact same content every day. All we're fucking doing is doing hex chest raids and doing the same thing every... Thank you. That's exactly what we're doing. And why do people not care? Because it's brand fucking new. That's all we're doing. We're doing the same fucking raids every day. Hex chests, using our stamina. Hex chests, using our stamina. Hex chests, using our stamina. Hex chests, using our... My point is, it's been a month and we're doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And no one is complaining. You want to know why? It's only been a month. Again, I'm not defending Netmarble. I'm just trying to temper your expectations, folks. Right? I'm just trying to temper your expectations. Hold on, let me call Kez here. Hello, Kensington. How are you, good sir? I can't hear you. You're on mute, by the way. What, do I have you muted? Why do I have you muted? No, I don't have you muted. You muted yourself. Fix your mic, bro. Don't come in here without a mic working. Oh, there we go.
Nope, I muted because I was watching the video while you were still talking.
Okay. Yeah, what's going on?
So I sent. So the main thing I just want to go over real quick is everyone's saying they're not following the roadmap. I sent you the roadmap in DMs. Can you just show them real quick?
No, I know they're following.
So they're following the roadmap.
No, I know they are. 100% they are.
Yeah, they are. But I need chat to understand how the roadmap is working, because I think that they just see the month. It's a screenshot at work. I'm doing what I can, right?
Yeah.
It says May. No, there's no June, July, no August, September. From my point of view, the month it's under, so July says if Sungjina, that's when we can expect them to start, like the earliest. All of this should be done by September. And I think that people are putting in their minds like, hey, this should be June, that should be August. That's not how the roadmap works. It's giving you a rough time frame. All of this should be in by September. And for all of you talking about the amplification system, it's not even on the roadmap.
Yeah, no, the amplification system is them bringing it up themselves, and I think they need to stop fucking talking about it at this point, because they're the ones setting the expectations. They brought it up themselves. Yeah, and they said today that they're having problems with it, so that's fair. And I'm like, if you're having problems with it, cool, just don't, just avoid it.
And then as far as the POD one goes, we were supposed to get that by July. We got the Battlefield of Chaos instead, because I think they're still having trouble with the POD one.
Yeah.
So they introduced something a little bit earlier than the roadmap says as well.
Yeah.
So they're following the roadmap just fine, guys. Like I don't understand where all of this confusion is coming from.
Like I said,
we have everything.
I said, this is nothing to do with Netmarble. I'm not defending it. Like I said to you, I think people are just, it's becoming a hive mind where everybody is negative and everyone's jumping on board because they have some complaints. And I think people are at this point are just bored of the game. And I keep saying this. I'm like, if you're bored of a game, that's okay. People get bored of it. Listen, people get bored of Elden Ring. It doesn't make Elden Ring a bad game. Right?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm bored of the game.
You're bored of the game too. Listen, I'm a content creator. You guys used to remember me dropping 5-6 videos a day. Well, how many am I dropping now? One, if I can even get one out. Like, you know what I mean? I think the problem people are having is just like, you have to remember, it's just at the end of the day, it's a gacha game that's meant to be repetitive. That's all it's about. Zaf is bored of course Zaf is bored of the game too. We're all bored of the game, but at the end of the day, it doesn't take away the fact that the devs are giving us what they promised they're giving us with some alterations. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You guys are expecting way too much from a mobile. It's at the end of the day, this is a mobile game.
A mobile game.
I know majority of you say you played on PC. It is a mobile game. You guys need to lower the expectations a little bit. This is my first gacha ever, and even I am already like, I understand how this works.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, I don't know, man. Like, again, I do really feel like a lot of you guys, and a lot of you guys, this is your first gacha, just like Kez. And I've said this to you guys for how long? I don't know, Kez, how long I've been saying this. Anyone who's the first gacha, you're in for a surprise, right? It is eye-opening. Gachas are very eye-opening, but I've been saying this to you guys from day one, that gachas are built to be a daily grind, just like your daily routine in life. You log in, you put in your hours, you log out. You go home, you do something else. They're not meant to be time-consuming. And if you're bored of the game, like I said, just go play something else.
Just take a break.
Back. Take a break.
There's not tons of other games coming out. There's tons of old games.
Yeah. And honestly, taking a break doesn't mean you have to like completely stop playing. Taking a break just means, you know what? Just do your dailies, get your rewards, get your codes, and get the fuck out. Like, just there's other games to play. Yep. And when things happen, when big, like for example, not everybody has to do extreme mode. Yeah, the end game loop is POD,
yeah.
right? Nobody has to do extreme mode. Like, you guys can wait. You guys can wait it out, and wait till the brand new level drops, and then do extreme mode in a month from now and get all your EXP as well, right? So there's a lot of different things you can do. Like, this game, never. Okay, I want you guys to understand this. Never once does a gacha game come out and expect it to be your only main game. Gacha games are meant to be side bitches. Sorry, bitch.
And I think that's the problem. Is everyone, the way we were spoiled early on, this felt like a main game.
That's the
now
problem.
It doesn't.
That's the problem.
And like, you know what? I fully understand that, because that's how I treated it. This was my main game because I don't have much time to play games. This was the only one I played. But I'm understanding now, like, hey, that it's been a year. That's waned off. It's time to just chill with it. It's just a chill game now.
Yeah,
which is fine.
So if SLA is your main game, Shadow, that means you're not a big gamer. And that's fine, and that's good. That means you have other life priorities. That's amazing. If SLA is your main game, and you're spending 5 minutes of your day playing SLA and you're done, congratulations. You have time now for other things in life, which is actually a good thing. This is not a bad thing.
Go hit the gym. Let's socialize.
Socialize. Go, play. Do other things. Spend time with your family, your kids, whatever the case may be. If SLA is your one and only, that's not a bad thing, bro. It's not a bad thing. It's
not for anyone. I'm not reading chat right now because I'm on my walk. So I just have Discord open.
Yeah.
For anyone saying, "Oh, the Jenna thing. Jenna is no news on her. No news on her." Think about it. Do we really want her to come out at the same time as 2 collab units? For me,
that's what I said.
I said this. I said this from day one. Like when we got the news of her, I want the whole Sung family in the game, right? I would rather see how the collab units are going to be with just these 2 as an intro before we get a 3rd unit roped into them. I want to know like how to plan this out better. I want to know what to expect from the collab units. So I'm okay with her getting pushed back a little bit.
Yeah,
I want her to come out, but this is better overall for us to get a better idea of what they want.
This is way better because another thing too, like I said to you guys, if they were to introduce the collab units with Jinna, nobody would pull for collab units. That's just reality of it. Nobody will pull for collab units. Everybody will go for Jinna because she's a character from the actual universe. And if they're gonna sell collab units, they're gonna want collab units to come out first. Like it's just common sense, guys, at this point. Like in terms of that, right? So again, I understand people's frustrations. I get it. I don't want you guys to feel like I'm against what you're saying. I get your frustrations, but like I said from day one, temper your expectations. It's a gacha. This is not. You will get bored of any game for a year. You play any game for a whole year, you're gonna get bored. Do you think these content creators play these games for a year because they want to? Nah, bro, it's their fucking income. You know how many guys want? You know how many times I would love to fucking jump on another game to have the exact same numbers as I would playing SLA? Do you guys understand that? 100%. Nobody as and you guys have to understand this. And I know a lot of you guys look at content creators and be like, this guy's been playing this for 3 years. It's because their channel and their income is built on that. Yeah, the reason why, Ozzy, is because he makes a shitload of money. That's the same reason you go to the same job every year. It's the same reason you go to the same job every day, bro. You make money. So you think the truth likes the game after 10 years? Are you out of your mind to think that, bro? I am a content creator. I can tell you how the life is. You're crazy to think. You can lie, bro. He can lie, bro. People can lie about that. You know that. Now, oh my God, Ozzy, bro. You are delusional. You are delusional, bro.
There has not been a single game that I say I played longer than 2 years at a time.
You are delusional. To think that, hold on. To think the guy likes Dokkan for 10 years. He gets sponsorships from them. He makes his whole life is based around Dokkan. Do you think he's gonna say that shit, bro? Okay. I'm gonna let you think what you want, bro. Clearly, go ahead. I'm gonna let you think what you want. You can think that. Go ahead. I'm not gonna take that fantasy away from you. He doesn't get sponsored. You think one of the biggest content creators for the game? Of course, I watched his videos. Of course, I have. You think one of the biggest content creators ever for Dokkan has never had a sponsorship with them? Bro, that's crazy. That's crazy. You can love something and
just don't understand how it works.
You can love something, bro, and still be bored of something. You know that, right? You can love something and still be bored of it. And let's just say he isn't. Let's just say he isn't. Look at Nano, another example of somebody who was huge and built his career off of Dokkan. Right? Look at that another example. Like you use one guy's example, and honestly, and I think Truth has even expressed how much that game has almost ruined his life. So like, I don't know, man. I feel like that's crazy to say that. Everyone is different, but yeah, you're using a very, very specific example to talk about a majority. You're talking about a minority, and you're comparing it to the majority. That's crazy to do that, though, right?
If we want to make this more interesting argument here, Call of Duty, one of the biggest franchises ever, right?
Yeah.
How many creators started with Call of Duty, loved it, they can't even stay on the game anymore because it's stale, and they don't play it at all anymore.
Man, it's okay, like, guys. Listen, this is a conversation.
It happens all the time.
Can we be honest? This is a conversation about video games, guys. This has got way too deep for a conversation over video games. You know what I mean? It's a fucking game. Like, and at the end of the day, I understand a lot of us are invested. I am very invested in solo leveling. I love solo leveling. But you know what I love about solo leveling? It's not necessarily the fucking game. I love you guys. My community is what I love about the game. I could give a shit about if this game was fucking Barbie's unicorn horses and we were the same community. I'd fucking play Barbie unicorn horses and I'd fucking ride that bitch till the sunset. You know what I mean? But the reality
you're gonna
is,
make Creek a little too happy there.
No, I'm just saying, I'm not getting paid because I'm not sponsored by Netmarble. I'm not doing damage control.
You guys think Payne's getting paid when he?
You think I get paid
from Netmarble? Essence for the collab he did,
bro. That's crazy. You understand that I don't get paid. You know I've shit on Netmarble 1,000 times, right? He didn't even get paid
for his own collab with them.
You guys are crazy. Like, you guys are fucking psycho to think. I'm trying to be rational here. This is not about being paid. I've called them. Go look at the videos. I've called people out so many times, Netmarble so many times for their shit, and you think I get paid by them? You're out of your fucking mind, bro. Like, this is what I'm talking about. So I'm trying to give you guys a little bit of reason to not fucking hate yourselves in the game, and you guys are saying I get paid. Y'all fucking crazy. Y'all crazy for that one.
It's just a select few that like that yet.
I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you guys. Sorry for trying to make you guys see the bright side of things instead, you know? Like, anyways, it is what it is.
Half glass full versus half glass empty.
It is what it is. I don't know, man. Like, if you guys are at this point, like I said, if you're that mad, stop playing the game.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with taking a break from the game. You can still watch content creators. 100%. You can still keep up to date with everything.
I used to hit it on the head. If I was paid by these guys, I would have been fired a long fucking time ago. Do you know how much shit I talk to these guys about these guys? Fucking hell, bro.
You know how many demonetized videos this man has?
Oh, I have so many demonetized videos. Maybe it's time to try Barbie. Maybe. Yeah, guys,
let's go play the Hello Kitty adventure game.
Let's not talk crazy. You know, like. I think we have. I told you guys from day one. I stay here because of you guys. You know, like I do stay because the Netmarble program is fantastic, obviously. But you guys wouldn't be supporting the Netmarble program if you guys weren't into the game. You know, like at the end of the day, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. So at the end of the day, like I said, if you guys are upset at the game, just quit for a bit. Quit for a bit and come back. Come back when you're ready. Ain't nobody gonna judge you for it.
I know a lot of you felt like you guys were slaves to the game, and now you're not. So don't complain about it. Just enjoy the freedom. Enjoy the break.
Yeah, can I ask you guys a question? What are y'all afraid about stopping for a bit? Like, what's the biggest fear? Is that you're going to fall behind?
Yeah, it's just FOMO. Yeah.
If you're this far ahead, you're good then. You can probably last a whole month without even playing the game. Hold on, guys. Sorry. 1 sec. Yeah, sorry. Whoa, what the fuck's going on? Oh shit, I wasn't even ready for this. Oh, damn it, I didn't pause? Fuck, I'm dead. All your fault, Kez. I'm gonna die right here. I died. Fucking hell.
You're blaming me for your skill issues as usual. Just admit that you're bad at the game compared to me.
Shut the hell up. All right, I'm gonna let you go here, Kez. You go do your thing.
All right. Yep, all good.
Later, bro. Listen, guys. Again, I'm not here. I'm not here to change your minds. I'm not here to change your minds, guys. I really am not. I'm really not. I'm just trying to let you guys see the other side of things, right? Again, I'm not super satisfied with everything that's going on either. All right, I'm not like, oh, Netmarble's doing everything great and there's nothing wrong with here. I've already said they have shit communication, and I think they really need to fucking get that together. But I think a lot of people are just now. I think a lot of people just can't admit it to themselves. They just need a break from the game. Just take a break, bro. Just take a break. It's okay. It happens. It's all good, man. It's all good in the hood. Ain't nobody gonna judge you. You know, you'll probably be happier for a bit. And then you're going to go to WUWA and be like, oh, WUWA is so much better. I should have done this from the start. And then you're going to finish WUWA and be like, oh, fuck, now I'm bored of this too. Welcome to Gacha life. Get Zaf to talk? I don't think Zaf can. Zaf, can you talk right now? You said you're at work, right? Yeah, he's at work. He already told me he can't. So, yeah, guys, I don't know, man. I don't know. Do what you guys do. Do what's best for you guys in your life. You know, like if SLA irks you that much, this is the game. It's not changing. It's not going anywhere. You know, this is going to be the game going forward. Just do what makes you guys happy. I think that's at the end of the day. Again, I'm not trying to change anyone's minds, right? This is just my thoughts, my take on it from someone who's trying to be a little bit more like logical about the situation and less emotional about it. And I'm hoping to at least like help people kind of get through this. But I feel like, there's a lot of guys who are dead set in what they want to say and do, and that's okay. You guys can feel however you need to feel. What do I think of co-op coming? I think that's what was expected. Other games talk to their biggest... Yeah, but you have to understand, like, Netmarbles treats global content creators like they've never reached out to us. Zaf and I have been reached out by CM Prism, who's, I guess, their representative, and we have a good relationship with Prism, but Prism also isn't, a Netmarble employee. He works with Netmarble with their company. So, like, we're not Korean, so we're never going to be seen as number ones. You know what I mean? So, like, yeah, it's not abnormal for companies not to talk to their content creators. To be honest, this is a very normal thing. I think that's a very rare situation, even for companies to be like, yeah, let's talk to a content creator. Right? So anyways, guys, at the end of the day, like I said, please do what makes you happy. Like, at the end of the day, like, again, I'm here for you guys. I care about the community more than anything else. Fuck, I keep getting hit by this fucker. What's going on here? I'm gonna die again. It's horrible. I'm fucking up, guys. Exactly, Mouse. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. I think people need to, again, please temper your expectations, guys. That's the best way for me to say it. Just temper it. You have everybody wanted a harder story mode. Now you get 2.5 million TP to deal with. You'll enjoy your hard mode story mode for however long it lasts, and then we'll move on and do something else. Yeah, I know. I know I'm using Overshadow, but that's not, I just keep getting hit. That's my fault. I don't think they're taking us for granted. I think this is just the life cycle of a gacha. Artemis. Seriously, this is just the life cycle of gacha, man. Again, they just brought out everything so quick. I think we've all been very much expecting a lot from Netmarble, a lot more than they can actually really deliver. And I think this is the problem that we have to now face, is the fact that this game has now met its ultimate form. Like, it's like Frieza, right? We got first level of Frieza, and we're like, oh, this is so cool. Look at this Frieza guy. He's so awesome. And then you're like, oh, there's a second form. He's even cooler now than ever. I'm really invested in this. And now you get the ultimate form. You're like, oh my God, this is the ultimate form. This is incredible. I'm so excited for this. And now he can't transform any further. He can't go to Black Frieza. This is the furthest it goes. This is it. This is the Frieza that we get, bro. One sec. Pause. Let me just finish this so I don't fucking die again. Hey, you know what? There's apparently 2 new content modes coming out. We're definitely gonna get co-op, which they've shown, right? Like, they've shown that already. Like, we're gonna definitely get co-op. That'll be there. So co-op is gonna show up. That'll last for a good 2 weeks, I think, before people get bored of that as well and be like, oh, this is stupid. I don't want to do this anymore. Again, y'all just bored of the game. Oh, fuck. Almost got hit again. Bye, bitch. I still enjoy because I get to talk to you guys. Okay? You guys are my community. I love you guys, and you guys make the game fun for me. If it wasn't for you guys, I would not be playing this game anymore. That's just reality of it for me. Right? I could grow my channel on another game. I've done it before. I could do it again. It's not about it's not about that. It's about you guys. Primate, no, actually, you know what? I have to go. I have a in-person meeting very soon. I have to go to. I'm not going anywhere. SLA is gonna stay in my game. Yeah, I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying. I'm staying in this game until the game is done. I've invested. I like this game as it is. Yes, it's boring at times, but you know what's beautiful about it being boring? I get to play Stellar Blade with you guys. I get to play Doom. I get to have different kind of streams with you guys. I get to do card openings. I get to do different things, right? So it's not like just because this pops off, you know. Yeah, I'll play Overdrive. Sure, for a little while. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. Hey, welcome back, Rexy. How many years? I still think it's gonna last 5 years. And here's the thing, like you have to remember, like the other game that Netmarble owns called Seven Deadly Sins, the one that's having a collab right now. You know that other game? That game actually has lasted for a long time. And if anybody remembers Seven Deadly Sins, that shit was boring as hell after a while. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember how boring Seven Deadly Sins was? I know, Dimitri, I'm not. You know that, right? And how long has Seven Deadly Sins lasted for? Yeah, Irito, many people have. Yeah, many people have. Right? It's been a long time. Still playing it, see? And people still play it. 7 years? 5 years? How long has it been now? So, whoopsie, fuck. I thought I was playing SJW for a second. Yeah, don't worry about it, guys. People are too concerned about end of service. This game is one of the biggest IPs in anime history. It won Anime of the Year, for God's sakes, this year. You think that Marble's going to close down Anime of the Year game when they're making $7 to $8 million a month still? Come on, guys. Right? 6-year-old game. That's what I'm saying. That's going to be fine, man. You know what it is? People buckle down. The ones who spent a lot of time and investment will stick around and they'll do their thing as usual. And then what'll happen is something interesting will bring in new players, and then the cycle starts over again. New whales, new dolphins, new players. Bam. Gacha life. There's also a Bleach game coming eventually. Yeah. Soul Resonance, yeah. Anyways, guys, I think at the end of the day, just it's okay to be chill about things, right? It's okay to be chill about things. It's not that big of a deal. It really isn't. If you guys need a break, take a break. I'm sounding like a fucking repetitive soundtrack right now. It's not like a 2025 song. Just take a break. It's not that big of a deal. We'll get everything eventually. Yeah, pass on the batters if you want. Whatever makes you happy, man. No job change for this one. The game lasted longer than other games. Do I think that we'll see Ragnarok? Yeah, probably. I don't see why not. Look at fucking the Bleach game. The fucking chibi one. What's it called again? I always forget it. Brave Souls? Bleach Brave Souls? Same content forever. Literally have the same content forever. And people still play that game, and it's been, 8 years? All it is just a dump of, fucking new characters 24/7. Yeah, just be cool, guys. Everything's good, man. Don't worry. Just be cool. Anyways, it's your mentality. You guys can think how you want. I'm not stressing over a damn game. DB Legends, yeah. DB Legends is another one that's all the same. Yeah, man. It's okay, guys. Chill. We have each other. We get to play. We have fun. We get to celebrate. We get to share good times and bad times. Just have a good time, man. Yeah, I'm just saying. Don't worry about it. Everything's good, man. Don't stress too much about things. Not good for your health. At the end of the day, you're all here because you're in a community as well. Reason why you're on YouTube, reason why you're on Discords, you're all here for the community as well. Just chill and have a good time. That's it. That's all. That's what I'm about. Yeah, I got two. It's my daughter's birthday tomorrow, bro. She's turning 3. You know how much more I got on my mind than worrying about a patch? I gotta make my little girl happy, man. This game was peak when it was in Thomas release. That's what happens, man. Every game has a peak. Every game hits a peak. Every game hits a peak, and every game has its like downfalls. You know, it happens. Hey, Floss, you're back. Just became a member. Jesus, appreciate that, man. Jay, you're welcome to come chill with us instead, bro. You can come play another game with us. Yeah, listen. Hey, how many times have we done other games on my stream? Right? It's all good, man. It's all good. SLA still is gonna do fine. It's gonna do fine. It's a low. It's you know what I think it is, guys. I think honestly, my real conclusion on this whole situation, I think it's just wait till Overdrive is out and is in for a couple months, and then I think we'll see a bigger change in things. Yeah, 100% Carlos. Metal Gear Solid is incredible, by the way. Yeah, like I said, this is why I don't just cover SLA on my streams anymore. I use SLA as like a reason for people to come here. We play about an hour and a half of it, 2 hours sometimes, depending what we're doing. And then you guys see I play other games all the time. You know why? Because it's fun. Yeah, my following drops, but it's all good. Oh, geez, Ashes, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Jeez, bro. How'd you break your ankle? Fractured it. My God, dude. Stay out of those alleyways. Here, those hookers are crazy. Seventh DS Origins dropping? No, not yet. I have no idea when that. I'll as soon as I know, I'll let you guys know. As soon as I know, I'll let you guys know. Yash is out there in the dark, drunk, looking for hoes. Try to find one in a garbage can and got him. Garbage can got him good. Got to be careful, bro. Peace, Yogi. I'm still looking for that. I am looking for that band. You know, I'm not surprised I'm not banned yet. Can I check a Discord real quick? Sure. I can do that for you, Flawless. Really, Flawless? Really? No, but then they have to go watch Zaf's video. Fuck that shit. No, that's a trap, Flawless. Because then Zaf's video is gonna get more views than my video. The hell is this? I already grifted you nitros, bro. Is that not enough? Now you want me to go support Zaf's videos? Nah, I'm good. I'm good. It's $100. Does Zaf put you up to this? You know he's not gonna pay you, right? He still owes me like $600. He's not gonna pay you. If you think Zaf's gonna pay you $100, you're out of your mind. Who are you? That not Zaf? Who is it then? And why someone else? Why didn't that person do it on my video then? Why does it got to be Zaf's video? I don't like where this is going, Flawless. I'm not happy with this. Okay, you gotta out the individual now though. You gotta let me know who it is. Who is it? Oh, thank you, Luffy. Appreciate it, man. Have I played any shooter games before? Yep. Thanks, Cap. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Thanks, guys. I'm good, Uma. How you doing? Payne is richer than Zaf? I'm not richer than Zaf. I have 2 kids, Luke. What the hell are you talking about? Zaf is fucking a lone soldier in his own life. I am not richer than Zaf. I can promise you that. I'm just older than Zaf. I'm just much older. Kaiser, I think it was the translator that said it. I think he said something like they're having problems with. I think they call it the fusion system. Maybe I don't know. Something like that. I saw it as part of the translations. I don't speak Korean, bro. So plus Pokemon is recently. Yeah, I'm broke, bro. I don't know where this Payne is rich nonsense keeps coming from, but I can promise you guys something. Rich is something I am not. I'm rich because I have you guys in my family. Does that count? It's my daughter's birthday. My daughter's birthday. All right, guys. I have to go to I have to go to a meeting, live meeting right now. I got to go get dressed properly so I look like I'm not a streamer. Like I look like I'm actually someone who works in a professional setting. I got to run. I will be back tomorrow with a full stream with you guys. We'll do a full day stream, and we will cover a lot more games. Okay. I'm not. I never said I'm broke. I never said I'm broke. I just said I'm not rich. There's a middle ground in all this, right? You don't have to be broke and you don't have to be rich. You could just be okay. Well, I could just do that. Have fun at your job, bro. I never have fun at that job, but it pays the bills right now, and it's I worked really hard to be there. All right, guys. Thank you so much. My daughter's birthday tomorrow, so I'll see you guys tomorrow before her birthday. Wear my Saitama costume? Yeah, we'll see. We will be covering Crystal of Atlan tomorrow as well because the One Punch Man content is coming out as well too. All right, so make sure you join. All right, guys, give this a like. Thank you for letting us talk this out a little bit. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for listening and tuning in, and of course, more importantly, having your own opinion. So make sure you join tomorrow. We'll have some more fun. All right, guys.